Could you tell us about the work of missionaries at Sault Ste. Marie during the 1800s?
Yeah, the much maligned missionaries. I find it really humorous. Everybody has today this really negative view of these missionaries. And I talk about them and everyone thinks, oh my God, you're defending these horrible people. I don't defend the horrible ones. And there are really bad ones here in the Sioux. But ones like William McMurray was actually very good friends with Shinwalk. Shinwalk and McMurray carried on a correspondence up until Shinwalk's death. Shinwalk, McMurray and his wife Charlotte came up here to visit him. You know, you don't hear about that, right? Oh, missionaries are evil. But McMurray and Shinwalk actually had a good relationship, a very good relationship. And I think it's partly because McMurray's wife, being Métis, kept McMurray restrained. Like, no, you got to behave this way, right? Which led to this good relationship. Then there's Reverend Bingham. He seems to be well respected by his small little congregation of people. But when he left Sault Ste. Marie, the Baptist church closed its mission down, and the Baptists, the people who were, saw themselves or claimed to be followers of Bingham, melded away and became Methodists. Like, he left no real lasting legacy, so it's like, was he much of an impact? So some of these missionaries, then there's Catholic priests that were horrible, but there's this one, August Kohler, who apparently was very well liked. Had a name, people come out to meet him, and so on. So it's but what's interesting in these missionaries is some of the people in this region, there's different men and women who are baptized by every church in the region, right? So they're baptized first by the Baptists. Reverend Bingham actually has a funny one. He likes to baptize people in January. He does that because in the Baptist faith it's full immersion and as an adult, right? So what they do is he sees it as a test of their faith and dedication to God. Is if you're willing to go in a white shift, so basically a white nightgown, out to the St. Mary's River in January to be fully baptized in a hole in the ice, you're willing to stand by his church. Now you have to admit that's quite the test. So he only ever has about 26 people that go to his church as he sees as Baptists. I mean, not a lot of people want to do this. There's one guy who actually says no thank you and walks away from his church. I think he becomes a Methodist and even a minister in the Methodist church, but he just does, you want me to do what in January? No. But these people, some of them did very much defend Indigenous rights. Reverend Bingham fought under American Indian removal policy. They were supposed to be removing the Chippewa from the American side of the river. Bingham fought against it. He tried buying lands, so did the Methodist Church on the American side, bought up lands so people could live on those lands, because technically if they're living on private land, they can't be removed under American law. It's only on treaty lands. So they were, so there's different things they did. But on the other hand, I also, in saying that these guys, tried to do a lot of things, I mean, you also have to recognize that they were here to make people Christians and to destroy the old ways, right? And this is where I come to some of these funny characters, is one of them got baptized by the Baptists. The Methodists showed up, did this very wonderful camp meeting where, everybody's out yelling, screaming, praying, and shaking in the aisleways, and converts to Methodism, gets baptized by, I think he got baptized by John Sunday, who's an Ojibwa minister out of Credit River in Ontario. Then McMurray shows up, and towards the end of McMurray's tenure here as a missionary, the Anglicans baptize him, and then he dies a Catholic. So every religion who came in, he was baptized by. And there's a number of people that do this. They do 2 or 3, right? And it's not always Catholics becoming Protestants. Sometimes it's Protestants becoming Catholics, and other times it's Protestants, Catholic back to Protestant, depending. And I think it depends on, and what it seems to be is it depends on their personal relationship with that missionary. If they like the guy, he's helpful, why not? I'll join your church. If they don't like him, they leave the church. So, there's a lot of an ability here to move in and out. But like I say, at the same time, I mean, these people were here to convert, to get rid of the old belief systems. So